Hello and welcome again. So this time I'm going to guide you through a breath mindfulness practice. It's actually called the Breathscape Practice for Cultivating Mindfulness. I'll leave a few moments of silence at the end and then indicate that we've reached the end by ringing my bell. Please feel very free, as I've said before, to stay sitting in silence for as long as you'd like to. So as we enter this practice together, make yourself as comfortable and balanced as you can, in a posture that embodies dignity, sitting upright, with your spine relaxing upwards and both feet in contact with the ground. Allow your eyes to be either open, with the gaze stable and unfocused in front of you, or gently closed. And recognize that my words are merely guides to things you inherently know. And establishing as well that gentle but firm intention to be as awake as possible, to be as in touch as possible with the present moment, just as it is, and however it is for you, using my words merely as pointers to your own inner experience from moment to moment, so that what is important is your experience, and you can tune out or drop underneath what I'm saying to focus at any and all times on your own experience, both as I am speaking and in the stretches of silence. And gradually allowing your attention to alight gently on the breath, moving in and out of the body. Just getting some sense of where in your body the breath sensations are most vivid for you right now. That might be in the belly, where you may be experiencing the gentle ballooning out of the abdomen on the in-breath and the gentle receding of it on the out-breath. Or at the nostrils, where you're actually feeling the air as it comes in and goes out. Or a larger sense of the entirety of each breath, moving from the nostrils down into the belly, if you will, or any place else in the body that the breath is most vivid for you. And just allow your breath to be as it is, without forcing or striving or trying, as well as you can, just gently riding on the waves of your own breathing, moment by moment, as a leaf might ride on the waves on the surface of a pond. Feeling the sensations in the body associated with the breath coming in and the sensations in the body, wherever your focus may be, on the breath leaving the body, without pulling the breath in or pushing the breath out, without any forcing whatsoever. Just allowing the breath to be as it is, moment by moment by moment, and breath by breath by breath. Allow your attention to be as it is. Allowing it to include the fullness of each and every breath, gently, lightly, with mindfulness, so that the breath is known, felt, experienced in the moment of its arising. The full unfolding of the in-breath and the falling away in the out-breath. And then the next arising. All that held in awareness as best as you can, moment by moment by moment, resting in awareness of the breath. And be aware of your wandering mind. Sooner or later it's inevitable that we will discover that the mind has a busy, inquisitive, sometimes obsessive life of its own. And so even with the strongest of intentions to keep our attention on the breath and sustain it breath by breath, it's hard not to notice after a while that that intention may get sidetracked and we become absorbed in some other activity of mind. Maybe it's anticipating and worrying about future events, or remembering past events and getting carried away by memories and feelings about the past. Or maybe our mind is arguing with us or objecting to something. And in this process, the breath that we were paying attention to can rapidly disappear from our awareness, even though, of course, it's still moving in and out of the body. So just note when your mind has wandered. In any moment that you discover that the mind is no longer with the breath or on the breath, not turning that into a problem, not judging yourself for this lapse in attention, simply and gently noting what's on your mind in this moment. And if the breath is no longer centre stage in the field of awareness, what is? And just allow yourself to be aware of the breath again. Allowing whatever the mind is doing, whatever you're thinking, just to be there, yet re-establishing the primacy of the attention once again at the belly, at the nostrils, on the movement of the breath in the body. So when you see that the mind has drifted or wandered, that seeing is awareness. You simply pick up on how the breath is in this moment. Just ride the waves of the breath, as well as you can, sustaining the attention on the breath by riding on the waves of the breath sensations. And when you become aware that the mind has drifted and is no longer on the breath, over and over and over again, gently, kindly, compassionately, just noting what the mind is up to now. Allowing it to be exactly as it is, and reconnecting with the breath. and practicing in this way with the quality of open and affectionate attending to the unfolding of your life as it unfolds right here, breath by breath and moment by moment. And perhaps sensing that this very act of attention, this very act of being present in this way, this very act of persisting, of establishing yourself in a posture that embodies dignity and presence, is a deliberate, intentional act, an act of loving kindness toward yourself, just to meet the breath and the fluctuations of your own mind in this way. You are awake, with no agenda other than to be awake, breathing and knowing the breath moving as if your life depended on it, which of course it does, moment by moment by moment by moment by moment, resting here, fully awake, with no agenda other than to be awake, to be knowing of this breathing. You're not shutting out sounds or anything else in the field of awareness. You're simply featuring the breath center stage and allowing everything else to be in the wings. Allow each in-breath to be utterly fresh, a new beginning. Allowing each out-breath to be a complete letting go. Letting go of the past, even that last breath. Letting go of the future, even the next breath. And simply being utterly present with this breath, this moment, this sitting here, this being human, this being awake to your life, expressing itself as breathing, as sitting, as knowing the breath, moment by moment by moment. Embrace each breath in this moment. And in the few remaining moments of this practice, if your posture is collapsed, or if your attention has in some way collapsed, seeing if you can re-establish the lightest of touches. And you're sitting or lying here in your embracing of the breath, in your resting, in awareness of breathing outside of time altogether. just this moment, just this breath, just drinking in the air, this flowing of air through the body, this giving and receiving of the air, this unfolding of life, moment by moment by moment, in awareness.